Now, so many people asked me about this. Y'all knew this was coming, right? And I think that's why a lot of people were asking me about it. However, I want to be clear about something. I tried to wait this one out because I was seeing some conflicting reports. I saw that this was confirmed. I saw that this was not confirmed. So I wanted to kind of wait it out. And after about 5 days, I still haven't gotten anything. So I'm just going to go by what's reported. At the very least, what we do understand is that Jeffrey Wright is being eyed at the very least to play Commissioner James Gordon. The obvious thing is this is stupid, but it's got to go a lot deeper than that, right? We know it's dumb. I know it's dumb. I do. We all know it's dumb. I hope we know it's dumb. It's unnecessary. But, and this is why I wanted to save, because I wanted to get it confirmed. Mahershala Ali was reported a top choice for the role. Now, when you take that in consideration in the context, in the context, they went out of their way, or they're going out of their way to try to find somebody black to play Jim Gordon, who is not a black guy. Now, there's going to be those, of course. I got to always, like I do in pretty much every one of my videos, I have to throw out the default arguments that you guys are already going to say. Not my followers, but people that come across my videos. We already know what they're going to say. You're going to get those that say, well, it's a different universe. They can do whatever they want with the character. You're going to get those that say, well, race isn't important to the character, so it doesn't matter. Then you're going to get those that say, well, he's maybe the best person for this role. No, and no. Period. And those are defaults. Those are things that you do to try to make sense of it, which I get it, whatever. But these guys are going out of their way. First, so the latter, that can't be true if what was being reported is that there were other guys that were black that were looked at as top prospects in this role. That's you saying that they were going out of their way. They were going out of their way to find somebody that was not white, even though there's no shortage of white people that could act the hell out of that role. There's also, I just don't understand if they wanted somebody black in it. I mean, what's the problem with using Lucius Fox? I don't get it. I just don't understand it. I just don't understand why. He's currently like the CEO of Wayne Enterprises right now, Lucius Fox. So that would be a perfect. If you want to have somebody prominent in the film that's black, then you could have used him. What is the point of this? It's to signal, man. And because we live in an age where everybody's obsessed with the concepts of social justice and representation and all these old corny terms that get thrown out there so much. I don't know, man. I'm sorry, y'all. It's become tiresome because it's such an unnecessary thing. It's such an unnecessary thing, but because they're signaling to those types, they do stuff like this. And they eat it up. So, I mean, say what you may, but they eat it up. And because they eat it up, they're going to act like this. They're going to make moves like that. They don't care about, ruining characters. They don't care about doing any of that. They are going to do these types of things. And I don't know why they would adopt this, considering the backlash that Marvel is getting for some of the decisions that they make. This would be a perfect opportunity for DC movies to deviate from what beefs people have. You can take what the Marvel Cinematic Universe is doing that is good, but this is your chance to see what they're doing that has a lot of responses and make adjustments instead of just copying what they're doing, because you're in a good spot right now. DC's in a great spot because DC no matter how you feel about even though I don't hate the movies as much as a lot of other people hate. And a lot of these guys, let's be fair, I'm gonna be 100 with you guys, and some of you guys are gonna disagree with me. A lot of people that rag on some of the recent movies that came out for DC are MCU fans. DC could put out the best movie ever. It doesn't matter. It can put out the best movie ever, respects the source material and all of that. But because the Marvel Cinematic Universe is where it's at, for one, they're going to always compare it to them. And believe it or not, there's these people, a lot of people that don't want to see DC do good because it threatens their little precious Marvel Cinematic Universe. Which is why I get called like a DC stan because I dare criticize the Marvel Cinematic Universe, though I probably own more Marvel comics, maybe not. But if there's one that I own more than the other, it's Marvel Comics. I mean, well, definitely in this day and age because Marvel puts out way more comics than DC does. But it has nothing to do with anything. But that just kind of goes to show you the attachment that I've spoke about many different times that people have to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. They are utterly attached to this character. Or these characters, excuse me, in this universe. So I want to get that out the way that these types, they don't want to see DC do good. This upcoming Batman movie could be the best movie ever, best Batman movie ever. But there's going to be a huge, a big group of people that are like, nah. Because, again, they have to pit it against the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But I will say this, going back to my point, DC is in a great spot because they are making some questionable decisions. People are picking up on them making the questionable decisions. And just because they're at the top, though, it's going to be very hard to bring them down. Though they're at the top, that doesn't mean they have to remain there. But DC could carve their way by just sticking to a lot of more so respecting a lot of the source material. Don't have to heed to it 100%, but they can respect it enough to say, look, we are doing things a lot for, people that have enjoyed our characters historically, have enjoyed our depictions of these characters. But I've talked about, people are advocating black, not a black, like advocating like a black female. Alfred, I saw somebody, I did a video on this. It's like, golly, man, like I don't know. I just don't know what it is with these guys and these race changes. It's so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary because you can create new characters, you can bring in black characters, or you can just cast them how they look. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. But what's happening now, and that's the more insulting thing about it, is that they are going out of their way. You are making things up. If your position is that they are doing this like he is the best character, he's the best person for the job, that is false. They are going out of their way to cast people in these roles that are different races to signal to you losers that eat it up every time that they do it. Like, let's be 100 about the situation. That's what's taking place here. This is not no case of, well, Jeffrey Wright he can just nail Jim Gordon. No. That's not what this is. Golly, man, it's just crazy to me that I have to keep revisiting this every single new movie that comes out that's based off of Marvel or DC comic. I mean, DC's doing it too. You see Birds of Prey. You see, like, Black Canary. It's like, what are they doing? Like, is he going to kill y'all? And a lot of these fools eat this up. You get all these tokenized characters. DC got your Irish Wests of the world. And you get Stan Twitter that's just like, you go, girl. Meanwhile, the original black characters are completely neglected. This is a joke, man.